Shalom, following Yeshua. Welcome again to The Rock. Sometimes you just gotta slow down and you have to learn to take things kind of one at a time. Moving out here from, the middle of the hood to Homestead, by the way, for those who may be asking, yes, we are selling seeds and vegetable seeds. We will be, we have a website. The website will be getting up, Yah willing, soon. But if you would like seeds, you can always email me at hood2homestead@yahoo.com. That is hood, the number 2, homestead@yahoo.com. And let me know what you want, and we'll talk business until the website gets up. But sometimes you gotta take things one at a time, and I don't think a lot of people do that. They try to take everything at once, like the Bible. When people read the Bible, they'll try to take it all in at once. And then when people, ask me where were you starting? I always tell them the law. Start with the law. You can't understand the renewed covenant until you understand the law, and really, you can't really understand the premise of the Bible until you understand the law. Until you understand what it is. Paul said, "I speak to those that know the law." Well, there goes Romans and Ephesians, Galatians, Philippians. You can throw in the Thessalonians and Timothy's in there. But when it comes to homesteading, when it comes to preparedness, oftentimes people come at it with this approach of, I'm going to attack everything at once, and it's not possible. I would say do increments. The Bible even gives us the wisdom of that. You don't give meat to the babes. You give milk to babes. You let them digest that. You let their bodies. You ever raised children? You give children. When they're first born, they're on their mother's milk. Y'all willing and not on formula. I mean, why would you want the United States of America or the FDA to approve formula to your child? The last formula, the vaccine. Never mind. But you want to take things one at a time. So when I came here, I took things one at a time. I didn't come here and immediately envision a mansion. I mean, I still don't live in a mansion, but I sure do live in a much larger house than I did. Built both my own 2 hands. Eclipsed into the 4-digit and square feet. I'm very, very thankful, very, very honored. Never had any building experience, but I didn't start with this vision of I'm going to build a mansion. I started off in a 12 by 24 room, basically, cabin, basically, and I built from there. Solar. I didn't start off buying, what I have I don't know how big my system is right now. But I didn't start off buying 25 solar panels and 20 batteries. I started off with the basics. I think I had 2 batteries and 2 or 3 panels. When it comes to these things, plumbing, laying water lines, I didn't shoot for the stars immediately. I knew the vision would take me there. I knew the vision, that the Father gave me would take me there. The Father Yah would give me would take me there, but I didn't shoot off and say, that's what I'm doing. I'd made those mistakes before. I bought a ton of goats, and I lost a ton of goats. And then I realized I had to start in an area in a way that I could control, that I could understand what I was doing. In all things, I do it that way now. Unless Yah really leads me and says, hey, go take on this monster task. When I cut down trees, I started off with small trees. Now I can take down 30, 40 footers, no problem. Palm, I can take down palm. Pine, I can take down. Cedar, I can take down. Oak, I can take down. What is it? Dogwood, I can take down all kinds of trees. I can directionally take them down now. But I didn't come here with my chainsaw and start hacking at trees and having trees fall all over your house and your cars. You have to learn how to take things sometimes, most of the time, incrementally. Learn to be good at something. The Bible says the poor man is known for his skill and the rich man for his riches. Well, I ain't rich or even close to rich. So I have to be known for my skill. Most have to be known for their skill. Owning something doesn't make you skillful in it. You can buy yourself an AR-15. You can buy yourself an AK-47. You can buy yourself the most expensive Daniel Defense. You can go and get yourself the staccato. 9mm. You can go and get yourself the Echelon, which I really like, the Springfield Echelon. But if you don't know the basics of shooting, if you haven't built that foundation, you're going to end up wasting a lot of what you have. I encourage people, start off where you are, let Yah lead you where you're supposed to go, and then go there. But perfect as much as you can every stage he has you in. Don't try to rush through the stages. You will make mistakes. You're already going to make mistakes. But can you imagine rushing through the stages because you want to get to stage 10 and you haven't even gotten past stage 2? It reminds me of people in the Bible, and when they read it, they don't start from the beginning. They start from the damn near 2/3 through the book. They want to start in Matthew. I'm like, where do you see that in life? Where do people start? Where do you pick up an AMP or a nursing textbook or a textbook on electrical? Who and where do you start? Who picks up a book and starts on chapter 18 of 30 chapters? Nobody does. Not if you want to be successful at it. But nobody wants to go back to the beginning, and part of it is the deception that's in this world, which they tell you don't need to keep the law, or they tell you that the Old Testament is dead, the Old Covenant is dead. Start off in the New, so just skip 2/3 of the way through the book. You got to learn the incremental movements, the learning of things, the not trying to jump to stages that you're not at, especially in preparedness. You have to learn, okay, hey, before you go out there and get that, a freeze dryer, why don't you just put up some food first? Why are you trying to save up for a freeze dryer, but you don't have 3, 5, 6 months worth of food stored up yet? You can buy rice, beans, some pastas, some sauces, and have food storage. You can go out there and learn how to can incrementally. Okay, I'm gonna learn how to can, I don't know, hot water can. I'm going to learn how to, can some preserves. I'm going to learn I'm going to can some tomato sauces. And then you can get to the point where, hey, I'm going to can some meats. But you got people who want to can meats and haven't even canned, hot water bath anything. People have to learn. And that's how skills are developed and skills are built. I didn't come out here and just build my house. I had to learn the skills. I had to make mistakes. And another thing, as I end this, is when you're making mistakes, it's easier to correct mistakes that are made when you're doing smaller things. It's hard to correct a mistake when you're trying to build a skyscraper and you realize on the 3rd floor and you're on the 50th floor, you effed up. Oh, I messed up on the 3rd floor and we're on floor 50 now. But when you move incrementally, when I built the first 12 by 24 cabin, I learned from the mistakes. So that as I extended and then as I added lofts, and started to build up and out, I realized, whoa, I can do this because I learned from the mistakes when it didn't cost me, an extra $5,000 or $10,000 to fix this. It cost me $300 or $400 and, 3 or 4 hours of time. Learn, be willing to go through the process, to be refined by the fire, to go through the fire and not try to skip. It's okay. Equally, this has nothing to do with the video, I just want to say it, don't let no other man control you. Don't let no other man control you. Make sure you follow Yah and what the path that he said. Don't try to take no path that somebody else set for you. Ask Yah, is this where he wants you to go? And then if he says yes, you get your ass up and you go. And you do it. Because people will come in and they'll be stumbling blocks to you moving down the path that Yah wants you to be on. You won't be able to incrementally do anything because you've got people in your path who are consistently laying stumbling blocks so you can't achieve what it is you are to achieve. That's all I got. World's falling apart. Things are getting crazy. And for so many people, they refuse to move because they're trying to hit home runs instead of just getting a base hit and getting on base. Bless y'all. Shalom.